No. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome to the shenanigans. My name is Jess, and here on my channel I aim to bring you tips and tools toward living a healthy lifestyle, all with less hassle so you can focus on more living. Today I'm going to be taking you again through my weekly Aldi grocery haul. This week specifically I am focusing on a really firm meal plan. I find that if I don't go into the grocery store with a very firm meal plan of what we're going to be having for lunches and dinners for a majority of the week, I find that extra items add up in my cart that I normally wouldn't buy and that don't really fit in with what I'm trying to do food-wise. What I've done before I headed out here is spent some time sitting down and actually planning out what we're going to be having for lunches and dinners for all of the week. We've got a really busy week coming up, so this also helps us stay on track with eating well while we have very limited time to kind of prepare food when we have to grab and go. I'm going to be meal prepping a lot of this so that we can just grab and go when we're on the run and still can really stick to a very healthy meal plan. I'm going to show you the new thing I bought that is going to help me plan everything out, and then we're gonna head to the grocery store. So I actually picked this up from TJ Maxx. It was super cheap. It's only about $3. Normally I do a lot of my meal planning on my phone, but I'm also a very visual person, so I feel like this is another good option to help me when I'm really trying to stay accountable. So as you can see, it has two different columns. One column is the meal plan for the week, and then the other column is what actually we're going to need from the store today. This actually really helped me when I was trying to just narrow down ingredients that I'm going to need for these specific meals, as well as just a few snack items and kind of staple pantry items. I found that I was very easily able to transfer items from the meals to the buy list where no kind of miscellaneous items landed on the list. Also, to help us with the busy week, I always transfer this list to our meal board. You can tell my markers were running out of steam. So that way, and this is right next to our fridge, so that way if I am not available or my husband has to leave, he can kind of just open the cabinet and clearly see what is for dinner or what is for lunch. When I'm packing his lunches the night before, it makes it really simple as well. So I always have this. All right, enough with the chitty chat. I am going to get my list in my purse. I'm gonna head out to the store, and after I am done, I will come back and show you the haul. And because I have been very focused on meal planning for this week, I will also share our weekly meal plan and talk about how each of these meals really uses very, very little ingredients, but all very healthy. So come along with me. Let's do some grocery shopping, shall we? right, guys, I am done with my Aldi shopping. I'm going to take you home and show you the haul as well as talk about what my meal plan is for the week so you know how I'm going to be using all of the ingredients I bought. But I just wanted to say that today's shopping total ended up being $53.29. So again, I aim to spend anywhere from about $50 to $60 weekly on grocery shopping for my husband and I, and then as well as Luca's solid food, which he has just started. And that includes foods for breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. So I am excited to show you guys how I budget in terms of meal planning and grocery shopping. Let's get home and see this haul. But first, I might have to stop for a coffee. You're gonna help me unload these groceries? Thank you. All right, guys, I just got home and unloaded everything. This is the weekly grocery haul. Again, I spent around $53 for everything that you see here, and this is going to serve us for breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. And of course, Luca. So over here, we will start with dairy. I actually got some chocolate milk because my husband likes to have that when he comes back from his runs. I don't drink this personally, but I do drink the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I use this for cereal and my almond milk lattes. I use this for pretty much everything when it comes to milk. Then I picked up some extra non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I use this for my famous 2-ingredient dough pizza recipe. I also recently have been putting on some fat-free, sugar-free vanilla pudding mix into this and using it as kind of a fruit dip. That has been delicious. I picked up some additional yogurts, both vanilla light yogurt, and then as well as a couple flavored Greek yogurts. I use these for breakfast or in yolk bowls as well. Coming over here, I got some fruit. The fruit special this week was red grapes, so I picked up a big container of those. They're on sale and they looked really, really crisp actually. I got a lot of bananas. Actually, this week, Luca is going to be trying out some mashed banana, his first fruit for his solid food. So a couple for Luca and the rest for my husband and I. Got a couple avocados, of course. I love to have avocado toast, and this was actually Luca's new food for this week, and he seemed to really like avocado, but this is a great source of healthy fat on either salads or in just plain avocado toast. Yeah. I got one additional mango because if you watched my most recent What I Eat in a Day, I have found my new favorite morning toast recipe. So be sure to check that out. I will link it in the description below, but you're not going to want to miss how I use this mango for a sweet and savory morning toast recipe. I also picked up some flat leaf spinach. We're going to be having this for some side salads this week, as well as just a garnish on one of the meals that I'm making. Additionally, picked up some zucchini. This has become actually one of my favorite vegetables to cook with. It's a lot more versatile than I thought it was, but I've been finding a lot of new ways to actually use this, and I'm really happy about it because it was a great price today. Picked up some onions. I cook with a lot of onions. Onions and garlic are two of my favorite flavors, so picked up plenty more onions because we were out. Speaking of salads, got some classic Caesar croutons, as well as some Caesar dressing, just doing kind of some spinach Caesar salads this week as a side. I also picked up these 90-second quinoa and brown rice mixes. So I have been eating quinoa a little bit more frequently lately, but I don't like to spend the time that it takes to make quinoa well, and you gotta stir it and stir it. And it's just very, very pesky and prickly, and I don't like that. So I found these 90-second quinoa mixes. So it's just like a steamable packet where you actually just steam this in the microwave, and it comes out at the perfect consistency. So I picked up a couple of those. Those are really, really good. I actually got some pesto sauce. I have not cooked with pesto in quite some time, but I'm going to share my weekly meal prep meal plan for this week, and you'll see how I'm actually going to be using this pesto. I'm excited, and I'm glad they had it at my Aldi. I also picked up some family-size boneless, skinless chicken breasts. These were a great price per pound. They're coming in at $1.89 per pound. You cannot find better meat prices than Aldi. I got all of these chicken breasts for $8.09, and I'm going to be using this in 3 different recipes, so that is fantastic. I I also picked up some ground turkey. I got the 85% lean. They do also sell the 93% lean, but it is fresh. I wanted to get a frozen one because I wasn't sure how quickly I was going to be using this for cooking this week. And plus, it actually is a little bit cheaper. The recipe that I'm using this in does call for a good amount of veggies. Then I got some canned goods. I got a couple of cans of tomato sauce. Canned goods are always a great price at Aldi. I also got some tomato paste to use in a recipe. Additionally, I got some black beans. We keep these in the house and actually cook with these pretty frequently. And then I also picked up some whole kernel sweet corn as well. And then kind of moving over into some dry goods, I picked up some peanut butter and jelly. My husband he says he basically eats like a child and loves peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but I will actually use peanut butter as well for if I'm having like a banana with peanut butter and Cool Whip. That's a really filling snack for me. And I don't deprive myself of real peanut butter. I just find a way to fit it into my day because I really do enjoy it and it's not a bad food. Picked up some Frosted Flakes. My husband likes this for cereal in the morning. I also got some rolled oats, the quick cook oats. These are one of the most versatile foods you're going to find. I personally use this for yolk bowls, but you can make oatmeal, overnight oats, oat muffins. I mean, I actually kind of want to try this new, banana blueberry oat cups, like in a muffin tin. I'm kind of thinking maybe I will try those this week because I got a lot of oats, so that's very good. Got some pretzels. We like these for a snack. I often will dip this in hummus, but I also have some leftover Trader Joe's buffalo chicken dip that I could dip these into. Picked up some buns for a recipe that I'm going to be making, and I will share that meal prep with you here soon. And then last but not least, we're actually going to do a bonfire tonight. Every Friday night, we try to do a date night at home, obviously because we have the baby. And we can't always go out, but we always try to do a date night at home. So we're going to do a fire, and instead of making full-fledged s'mores, which are a lot of points, I just picked up some marshmallows and just roast them for kind of a fun activity tonight. So that is the weekly haul. Again, we got some pantry staple items, some canned goods, and a lot of fresh fruits and veggies, as well as dairy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this all put away so it can stay nice and cool. And then I'm going to sit down and share what the meal plan is for the week and how I'm going to be using all of these yummy ingredients. All right, so as promised, I'm going to share how I'm going to be using all of those ingredients that I just picked up in the haul. So again, I did bring this with me to the grocery store today. This is the first time that I have used one of these, but it made it a lot easier because I actually... You're not gonna believe this. I actually tried to put the ingredients in order of where I would actually find them in the store, but then I went to a different Aldi and it was completely turned around, so it did me absolutely no good. But I still really liked to use this. So let's get into what I'm going to be making for the week. So the first recipe that I'm going to be making is a chicken pesto pasta. I'm going to actually grill up some of that, some of those chicken breasts. I'm gonna flatten them out a little bit more. I'm gonna season them with some garlic salt with a little bit of olive oil and just some salt and pepper, saute it up in a pan, and then I'm going to actually cook up some rotini and mix that in with that pesto sauce that you saw me get. So that's going to be a nice hearty meal, a chicken pesto pasta. I haven't had pesto in quite a while, so I'm excited to see if it's something that I still like. The next recipe I'm going to be making is some turkey sloppy joes with a side spinach salad. So I used to actually have sloppy joes all the time growing up, but I don't eat a lot of ground beef anymore. So I thought, why not just sub out the ground beef for ground turkey and kind of make my own kind of healthier version of the sauce. So I've got that ground turkey. I'm actually going to be cooking it up with some tomato paste, some tomato sauce, a little bit of carrot, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and just a touch of brown sugar. And it's actually going to be a really saucy and sweet kind of flavored mixture there with the meat. We can top that on those buns that I got, and then I'm just going to pair it with a side spinach salad with Caesar croutons and Caesar dressing. Next item up for eats this week is a Mexican quinoa bowl. So I'm going to steam up those individual steamable packets of the brown rice quinoa mix. I'm going to be mixing that in with some black beans, with some corn, some onions, some avocado, and a little bit of salsa, and it's gonna make a nice Mexican flavored fiesta quinoa bowl for us to eat. The last item I'm cooking this week is a chicken stir fry. So I've got some rice left over. Before I went to the grocery store, I actually kind of browsed my pantry and said, what do I still need to use up so I can kind of, save a little money on my grocery budget and shop the pantry a little bit. So I had a good amount of rice back. So I'm gonna use the rest of that chicken. I'm just gonna probably put it on the grill. I've got some sweet Asian sauce that I can kind of marinate it in. So I'm gonna get the chicken on the grill. I'm gonna get the rice steamed. I always do my rice in my Instapot. That is the best way to cook rice, in my opinion. I'm gonna pair that with some frozen veggies. I've got some broccoli, I've got some green beans, I've got some carrots and onions. I'm just gonna saute those all up, get the chicken and the rice incorporated together, get that sweet chili sauce, sweet chili Asian sauce incorporated in it, and have a really nice filling chicken stir fry. So that is this week's Aldi haul, as well as the weekly meal plan that we're going to be having. So again, I always cook a double batch of each of the meals I use so that we can overlap them between lunches and dinners, and my husband can take them some leftovers then for lunches as well. As you can see, I first shopped the pantry first to see what items I still needed to use up. I was able to see I had some pasta left on hand and I had some rice left on hand. So those pantry items serve as the bulk of the food for both my chicken pesto pasta as well as my chicken Asian stir fry. So I saved some items off of my grocery list and saved some money on my grocery list because I actually shopped the pantry first. So pro tip, if you're heading to the grocery store, shop your pantry and sometimes your freezer first. You might be surprised the items that you still have in which you only used a little bit or use them for like kind of half a meal or something like that, where you can actually use them as inspiration for a recipe and save yourself a little bit of money on your grocery budget. Again, I try to keep all of my recipes really simple. All of them are using like 4 or less ingredients. I keep it simple, I keep it healthy. I wanna make it less of a hassle for you to live healthy and to fuel your body in the way that it deserves. So again, thank you for joining me on this week's grocery haul. Be sure to hit the fancy subscribe button below if you wanna keep up with my shenanigans. I'm gonna be having a new cook with me video coming out in which I actually try a little bit of a challenge in terms of my grocery budget. So you're not gonna wanna miss this. Be sure you're subscribed so you're not missing out on any of those shenanigans in the future. If you enjoyed this video and if you think it helps you with your health journey and your grocery budget staying friendly, give it a big thumbs up. As always, thank you for visiting and I will see you in the next one.